Once brothers, now enemies. Weedham Girls versus Complexity. Final carpet.
It's in spirit of all the motor mouth.
Should we motor mouth the theme song?
That's what I'm doing.
All right, I'll get the bass.
No. We don't want to go too deep into this. Once it's off the screen, it's on us. We can't do it anymore. I look stupid doing this. No one can know.
That's correct.
No one can know.
It is very true. It is very true. Now, I'm glad that we don't have to make the predictions over here because this matchup is actually going to be really close. I think some people just talking and passing are not giving Weedham Girls enough respect that I think they deserve because even playing against a team like Complexity, I think this is going to be an extremely close series. What I am not happy about, though, is that they don't give us cars to play with.
Yeah, that's actually not cool. I mean, we have to sit here and wait and listen to like probably some of the most boring analysis out there right now.
Awful.
And you talk about predictions. I don't even think Axel actually ever predicts anybody specifically. All he does is say a team and then says both teams are great. Oh my God, we have a gift. Almost. That actually would have been great. If he made it all the way across, I would have been proud, I guess. We'll just let that hang out for a while.
It's chilling here.
Yeah, I don't think he actually picks anybody, though. He's like, yeah, I got Complexity. But, they're both great teams. They're both going to do a great job. I'm not actually going to predict anybody.
I mean, he's not. In this case, he's not wrong.
He's going to be.
Right?
Somebody's got to be wrong.
No, well, I guess on his prediction part. But, like,
that's the idea of predictions.
These are both great teams.
Someone's got to be wrong. Someone's got to be right.
These are both fantastic teams. And, I'm just ready to see them play. Because this is going to be a fantastic series.
Well, let's hope so.
Weedham Girls, or what do you call them?
Wingdings?
Yeah.
Every time I see WDG, I just see Wingdings.
The Wingdings versus Complexity.
Best font ever.
See, initially I thought you were just making fun of my writing.
It's not far off, folks. Trust me.
Game number 1. Weedham Girls versus Complexity. If you're not awake yet, well, Europe, you should be. NA. This will wake you up.
Magnus giving up control there to Remco.
See if Mets can make a play out of this early on. So we have Weedham Girls already starting off on offense. Ignite, considered one of the best rookies last season. Doing great for his job.
Double demolition.
Demo, and still, Ignite, as we talk about him, is able to make that solo save.
I cannot believe they still couldn't put it on after a double demolition.
Talk about demos being so disruptive. And even 2 of them, they couldn't get past that Weedham Girls defense. Magnus and Greasy at midfield. Greasy will wait for Mets to make a move there.
Maybe a little too long. That was close.
Well, he saw Remco flying in as well. It was a tough spot to be in. A lot with a drop down.
A lot's up for this. Almost actually, he just went for the bump on the Remco.
Well, when a lot's on offense coming from the corner like that, you got to watch out. You can't, because you can't see him, but that's always an interesting place for him to be.
Just assume that he's there. Weedham Girls, though, they're trying to play very quick. Again, knowing that these long passes come out of Complexity, giving them any space to breathe, you're going to have a lot having that cherry picker roll. So Weedham Girls, knowing they have to close that gap early, they're trying not to hesitate too much.
Good call off there on Greasy from Magnus. Allowed them to keep on the pressure and saved Greasy some of his boost. Magnus to nobody. Ignite will keep the pressure. Metzinaris will answer that with a touch of his own. Remco maybe not expecting that to go in front of him. We'll leave it alone. Back off to his own end. Ignite almost missing on that touch, but he does get it. Buys his team some more time. All 3 of them waiting for Magnus to make a move. They know that there's no pass coming out, so they wait for the possession handover.
Greasy just trying to keep it out of reach. At the very least, like, hey, if you want to get this,
that's
use a whole lot. Oh!
Very close play, but those are the plays I like to see. 2.5 minutes about to hit us right now, and no goals scored by either team. See a lot of passing plays starting to come up from Weedham Girls. We do see Complexity holding off against a lot of those plays, pretty composed.
I think it's the defensive support that's been just so strong this season from almost every team that we've seen. 2 people always getting back, 1 understanding where his teammate's going to save it, giving him a target. This touch from Remco.
Ignite will keep the pressure. Remco will turn on that mid boost as Magnus sends that right into his hands almost. And there's a pass to Ignite somehow. Getting there in time, and he's gonna slam one home for the first goal.
At first I thought this pass may have been a little bit too far forward, but the speed on Ignite, he gets up there quick. And Complexity are unable to make the save. 1 goal up for GIRLZ, 2 minutes left.
Well, I'm glad I didn't say anything because I was going to say, that should have been a pass.
Same here, a little too far forward.
But somehow, iGNITE manages to get there in time. 2 minutes left. Complexity now playing from behind. Mets and I looking for a pinch. They don't get it. Try again from midfield. Mets just waiting. You see the patience coming out from GIRLZ on every touch from Complexity. It seems to be paying dividends so far. Look at the hard clear, we will. That ball making it down into the GIRLZ end, but no real offensive pressure here, a lot. Too late to the ball. Magnus will be the last there. All 3 GIRLZ on attack. They'll should be able to cover every angle.
The pass out from Mets. They were talking about how critical of a player he was for his team last week. The offense, again, normally seeing him as a defensive player on Complexity, but we've seen a new side of Metanaris this season.
He's looking fantastic. There's one off the side. No follow-up from Complexity. Control in the offensive end, a pop-up. Remco will call himself off. iGNITE will go up instead. Good stop from GIRLZ there, but the pressure's not done yet. A pinch out to the front. iGNITE at midfield waiting for a touch from GIRLZ. It doesn't come. He'll take a shot, but it's wide. A lot. Making some great touches for his team this game.
I like Remco not going up for that high one. Actually, just letting GIRLZ use all of his boost to try and get that save. That way Remco was well equipped, and it looks like iGNITE on a counterattack. This is unsuspecting for me.
Yeah, he stole away that one, and they sent too many people up. GIRLZ has been a little bit confused on, I think, some of his positioning this game. He just seems to hold off a little too much, and that's another example of it right there. Either get up or get to net.
He also had, he had 16 boost, a lot had none. I guess they just dedicated a little bit too much to that last push, but I didn't think that 50-50 would have sealed the fate for Complexity. And now with 8 seconds left, GIRLZ looking like they have this victory.
Well, they should. Maybe a consolation goal. Likely not, because they're in their own end there, and a shot off the crossbar. iGNITE trying to get a 3rd one for himself, but it will not happen. GIRLZ, the Wingdings themselves, will take game number 1.
I'm impressed, man, with their positioning, and look at that. I mean, 9
Fantastic.
shots. 9 shots to 4. I mean, that is complete control. Both goals coming from iGNITE. He has a save himself. 1 assist coming from Remco, which means one of those was a solo play for them. But they are playing quick. Complexity really doesn't seem to have a play set right now.
Well, the thing is, it's not that Complexity looked bad. Like, a lot of their touches were great. It's just, again, I think just a little bit of confusion on where each member should be at a couple points there, and that's what allowed GIRLZ to be able to sneak a couple past them. And iGNITE, just fantastic. I mean, we talk about that one where we thought, we're like, okay, that's just not a good pass. It's a bad shot. It's going to clear it. iGNITE makes his way to the ball so fast. Then he gets just a great read on Magnus coming up for an attack there himself, and then steals that away down the other end. There's no one there to defend it. iGNITE making great decisions.
You talked about great touches from Complexity, but to what means of what, you know? Like,
I guess the great touches were to stop attacks from GIRLZ. They didn't do anything.
They were there, yeah, but to what end? Like, what was the point of that great touch? Did it have more follow-up? Was there a reason for it, right? And I think that's sometimes where it felt a little short. There were still times where they were trying to get, the closest to a set play you can in Rocket League, but you had somebody kind of cheating up, trying to give position. But a couple of times, I'm like, that was a great touch, but it's not going to amount to anything. It's, like even GIRLZ having spent all that boost for 1 save, where Remco just stayed grounded, letting him use all that boost.
Yep.
GIRLZ understand how Complexity are going to approach the situation, and they're actually trying to, be very selective as to when they use their own boost.
I think you hit it perfectly, is that GIRLZ has just been waiting for every touch from Complexity. Sure, use your boost up. Then we'll attack.
Yeah.
And now you have no defense. We'll see if they can change it in game number 2, though. GIRLZ taking the first one. A lot. Too late to the ball there yet again. Confusion from GIRLZ on what he should do. Remco with the patience will steal it away. He can't generate any kind of attack, though. His teammates will have to move in for him. Remco moving back as both of them. His teammates have moved up. An attack there, a shot! Wasn't the fastest, but it's a goal regardless.
I mean, this was Greasy to Magnus, straight back to Greasy. That touch up from Magnus, I mean, you rarely see an upwards pass from players. You'll drop it down on their hood, maybe put it off to the side, but he puts it up even higher to make those defenders think even less about wanting to save that ball. But Greasy had the speed, he had enough momentum because he was coming back from defense. Beautiful play.
Now Complexity in the lead. Opposite of what we saw in game number 1. Greasy leading the charge. We'll see if they can grab another one. Remco will buy some time here for his teammates. iGnite is back. Metzenaris will move up with him. Magnus trying to intercept the play. He does and forces iGnite into the play. Nice hard shot with the Dominus. And Weedham Girls can move up the field. There's going to be a chance there. Remco sends that one high. No follow-up, though. iGnite was too far, and there were a lot of defenders. You probably don't want to challenge that one. Just
a little bit worried.
Touch from Magnus. Didn't really go anywhere. There's a demo on his way back home. Should buy Remco an extra defender, though, so he knows he can move up.
Now a lot's in that comfortable position. And that might be why Complexity sometimes will just smack it up into the front half sometimes without much follow-up. Maybe just out of a habit of knowing usually a lot. He likes to hang out there. And not as much as we had seen a season or two ago. That used to be his homeland.
The times are a-changing, and you must adapt. 3 minutes left, Complexity still leading by a goal. iGnite, great clear there to buy a bit of time, but there's Greasy to meet it at midfield. Some back and forth as one team tries to get possession. iGnite did boost up. We'll see if Remco can finally make a play out of it. Take out a lot, and he'll win the 50-50. iGnite tries to set something up from Metzenaris, who follows behind. Greasy manages to stop that.
Greasy just keeping it out of reach of defenders at that point. They're just trying to pull the boost out of them, but they all still have 50
great
plus.
Play from iGnite, the solo, the banger, and there's one sent home to tie it up.
They have caught me off guard with almost all of these. This solo play right around a lot. Nobody back on defense for this. That drive before didn't even seem worthwhile to put that much. There could have been a bump maybe off screen that I still didn't notice because I'm terrible at my job apparently. But there it is, iGnite, the solo play, keeping it a tie game.
Yeah, and that's 3 times now I've seen a lot late to a challenge. And it's hard to tell if it's like him late or if it's just iGnite's really, really fast.
Little column A, little column B, probably.
2 minutes left, we're tied up in game number 2. Weedham Girls did take the first one. Sure, Complexity's not happy with having to try to find their lead again. Metzenaris off the backboard. He has enough boost for a double tap. Magnus with a pre-jump reads that one. Great save from him. iGnite with a follow-up off the crossbar. Metzenaris, the pressure is real right now for Weedham Girls, and iGnite will finish one off.
I mean, you really can't say much about this. That first shot from Metzenaris to set this up, the challenge again from him. iGnite just screaming back and forth, taking shots at the net. It was just a matter of time. Complexity could not hold, and Weedham Girls find the lead again.
That was an absolutely solid play. They recognized the hole. The Complexity was stuck, and they punished them hard for it. A shot there. No, it's what a save, though. Greasy just getting back in time. Maybe the shot a little bit placed too far. Complexity keeps themselves only down by 1 goal. Magnus to mid. Remco keeps it in. Greasy no, they give the ball away. And Remco, of course, is going to take this one home, and a 2-goal lead now for Weedham Girls.
Complexity getting a little bit carried away here. Magnus wanting to put that out, and then Greasy in a lot, not really deciding who has control of that. Maybe a little bit of a panic from Greasy, not knowing who was behind him, how close his opponents were. Complexity falling apart a little bit this game.
I think Greasy may be hoping to hit a lot with that touch to give him control, but it just wasn't so. With a minute left and down 2 goals, they may see themselves at match point. They did start the game in the lead, but that certainly was a different story than what we're seeing now. Greasy with a touch that's going to be met by iGnite. Now there's the pressure. We see this beautiful spread coming up from Weedham Girls. ball does manage to get back down to their own end, then we'll see if they can recover or if Complexity is going to be able to put on an attack of their own. GIRLZ up quick, a shot, saved. No pressure though, and Metzenaris is going to have all the time in the world to do what he wants with it. Although he does just kind of give that one right back to Complexity. Shot on net, Remco, easy clear.
The more attempted bumps on net from Complexity, they want to try and mess up GIRLZ, jostle them up a bit. They're finally getting quicker, but does it take them being in the dumps to play this fast? I'd seen some hesitation earlier in this game, and now another 2-goal game. GIRLZ, 3-1. They're looking to get the clean sweep against Complexity. Will Metzenaris be the one to find vengeance, or will it be GIRLZ? Tune in.
Well, it's funny because I think we keep talking about how EU has like a bigger skill pool, I guess, like a closer skill pool. Yet today we've seen a 3-0 and now a potentially other 3-0.
That is a potentially other 3-0 happening soon.
Yeah.
Maybe potentially.
Maybe potentially, possibly. There's a chance.
It feels like Complexity are doubting their decision making sometimes. There are times where they're either just a little bit too far for the pass or take a little bit too long to decide on if it's a pass that's worth jumping up for. I think that GIRLZ maybe conditioned them in the first game, playing patiently, letting them go for the boost, letting them go for the shots, and then this time they're like, it's our game. We're going to play as fast as humanly possible. You see how fast Ignite's getting up for the ball. I'm actually concerned at how quickly he got those 2 shots. It was like shot from like left to right, and then Metz is like, I'll challenge it real quick, and he's like, I'm coming back. I got another one. I don't know how he had the boost for that. He must have snagged one.
Ignite is absolutely just bombing on the field right now, everywhere. And Complexity needs to shut this down. Now the question is, do you do it with demos? I mean, I think we saw them getting like double demos, and they still couldn't convert into a goal. And that's a little confusing right now. It's like, if we're taking 2 other players off the field and we're not scoring, what do we do to change this?
I can't.
At all.
I mean, I can't tell if it's maybe their communication's just a little bit overkill, right? If you're trying to communicate too much, it will take you too long to react. If I want to say, hey, I'm going to get this ball real quick and pass it mid, that's a long time. Or if I just say passing mid, now everybody knows. And I don't know, maybe it could have been a problem with that, but they just seem to be doubting their decisions. They're just taking too long to jump up for passes that are very, likely for them to turn into offensive positioning, because we know what Complexity can do with almost nothing.
We'll see if they can make those changes now. GIRLZ sitting at match point. We're potentially looking maybe at another 3-0 today in EU. Complexity looking to move out the field. Look at the confidence there from GIRLZ as they send 2 people into the corner. Knowing that Ignite's back, they're like, all right, we're okay. That's all we need back. 50-50 going stalemate. Ooh, Remco maybe wanted that to go up the wall, but he passes that one out to GIRLZ instead. A mistake on his touch, and GIRLZ is gonna punish hard.
I think this came from a demolition attempt from Magnus. No, Ignite was in the back of the net, but if he wasn't, Magnus would have had his way and just smacked him right out. But you can already see the pace difference right now. Complexity, it's almost like whatever happened, they're just like, shut up, stop talking, let's just play our game.
You have to do that. You got to look at each game as its own series.
Or its own game.
That's possible too. With 4 minutes left, though, that's a lot of time. We did see Complexity start with the lead in the last game, in game number 2. We do know how that changed. A lot with a 50-50 in favor of them. A nice chip up from Magnus. Ignite will be able to get a piece of it, though. So they try to convert to a move upfield. Metz will win that one out. GIRLZ couldn't get to it in time. Now with another 50. This one in favor of Magnus. Ignite off the backboard. Remco getting bullied by GIRLZ out of the field. Metzenaris will have to try to get things under control at midfield.
Bullied is an understatement. Remco pretty much took Remco's controller and just started driving for him. Double commit on that attack. GIRLZ in a lot.
Metzenaris tries to get a control. He does. Doesn't make the mistake that we saw earlier that resulted in a goal. GIRLZ, the patience. He'll send it right to Remco, though. He did have teammates to turn it into goal, had the pass made it out to front of the box there. Beautiful clear from GIRLZ. That'll force GIRLZ to make a move. Now some pressure here from Complexity. A chance from Magnus. Ignite. Hot on that take, though. Gets his car in front of the ball. That's two people out of the play. 3-on-1 situation. Pass plays, but they aren't able to turn that into a goal.
Magnus keeping his composure during that situation. That is terrifying to look at as the defender.
A lot of 50s going here. Both teams try to get control of the ball. Complexity still with the lead as that 2.5-minute mark passes. Touch from Magnus goes to Metz. He's not in your team anymore. In front of the net, Remco has to clear it to the side. He does, otherwise Magnus was ready to punish Metzinaris. And iignite trying to move up the field maybe here. With Remco with support. Pass one. GIRLZ says no. We're gonna keep this lead for now. Slow play. GIRLZ trying to figure out what Complexity's doing in their own end. A touchdown to iignite. Beautiful pass there. iignite sends it in front of the net. There's no one home, and Remco's going to be able to finish that one off easy. And there's that tying goal right now. Complexity losing their lead.
At that point, Remco just needed to focus. GIRLZ and Magnus meeting each other, colliding on the backboard with the ball. Neither getting the save they'd intended. Remco just needed to focus, take a deep breath. Don't miss.
Yeah,
Don't
those are the ones
miss.
you miss every time. I'm actually surprised he hit it.
But now a tie game. GIRLZ still looking to get that clean sweep.
Kickoff can change everything, though. Complexity needs to capitalize on that very quickly. You're not going to do it by giving away possession like this. Spread yourselves out on defense, get those passes, and move it outfield. There it finally is. A lot staying on offense. Tries to get something up for GIRLZ, but he couldn't. Remco sends that down into the orange end yet again. Remco with a shot. GIRLZ needs to make this save. Remco's got support with iignite right now. There he is. The pressure on GIRLZ loses it. Magnus and a lot in net. We'll see if iignite can get a pass to Metzinaris. He can't. Magnus with the clear.
The patience again on GIRLZ. Metzinaris staying down as opposed to... That pass was pretty good, but it was just a little out of reach. He knew he'd get outpaced by Complexity, so he saved his boost. And now you can see how easy defense becomes for them.
Great pass there, stopped up by iignite. Can they get another one though? Remco stops a lot from getting a shot. With 10 seconds left, we're looking at a potential overtime. Unless a lot can send one down and set something up. Magnus trying to get a 50 in favor of his team. GIRLZ with a chance. A lot stopped by iignite, and that might touch the ground here. GIRLZ will try to keep it alive. They're on offense. They have the pressure on. In front of the net, Magnus moves up a little too far, and Metzinaris will be able to stop out that advance. GIRLZ tries to put that one down because they're on defense now.
iignite keeps it high.
Can he get another? Touch? He doesn't, and will touch the ground. And we're going in overtime.
Dangerous on both sides. 1-1, golden goal.
iignite trying to finish this one off quickly there. 50 in favor of Complexity. A lot. Down to himself. Magnus tries to move in. And won't be able to turn that into anything.
Metz has no boost left at this point. He's just following through.
The pressure is all that matters. He's got his teammates behind him. A drop down straight. That's going to be hard to save, but iignite will miss that one. Nobody on Complexity would have had to save. That would have ended it right there. Complexity counting their lucky stars on that one.
Deep breath for them.
Shot towards the net. GIRLZ trying for the good old just shoot the ball at the net. Doesn't work.
The good old shoot the ball at the net tactic.
Classic play.
If only I could do that.
No, you're a passer. Metzinaris to Remco. Remco
down.
on target.
Remco!
And goal. It was going off the crossbar. And there it is. GIRLZ taking the 3-0 sweep over Complexity. And they just couldn't get one back.
GIRLZ did everything he could. He accidentally got the own goal, but you can't hold that against him. That shot from Remco was gorgeous.